What is self-realization? The real eternal self, which is the original ground of self of every body in existence, is beyond birth and death. Death can never touch that immortal ground of self, which is beyond senses, beyond matter, beyond words, beyond time and beyond mind as conscious, subconscious, unconscious and universal conscious. That real self being timeless, is beyond birth and death. To realize our own oneness with that immortal self is real spirituality, that is real meditation. Actually, we being ignorant of the process of our own existence and ignorant of our real self, we assume ourself to be our individuality as the material body, which is mind-matter process or psychophysical process, or psychosomatic process. The mind-matter phenomenon exists not only in conscious state, but also exists on conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and universal consciousness levels. The real self is beyond conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and universal conscious, the self which we feel as I consciousness is. Not real eternal timeless self, but this I consciousness is a byproduct of mind-matter phenomenon as joint divisive illusory consciousness phenomenon as illusion of ego. Actually all material existence is a mind-matter phenomenon. Even the matter has its own consciousness. Existence is a mind-material phenomenon. First there was nothingness, and out of that nothingness emerges the first material existence in the form of sky. Out of sky next emerges air, and then out of air, then emerges water and fire. And out of the combination all these four as sky, air, water and fire, then emerges the fifth material as earth element. This is the process of emergence of existence, which is nothing but the observer observed phenomenon as consciousness phenomenon. This is how the nature emerges out of nothingness. This resultant material existence is the resultant of consciousness formation as conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and universal consciousness. Sky is the universal consciousness, which mind-matter phenomenon or observer observed phenomenon is sky, which is the ground of unconscious, subconscious, and conscious state. Thus, along with the gradual emergence of material world as different states of consciousness, there is illusion of gradual consolidification existence as observer observed phenomena in the form of material formation from sky to air, air to water and fire, and next to earth. Sky is the observer, observed phenomenon. Air is the observer, observed phenomenon. Water, fire and earth is also the observer, observed phenomenon as consciousness. This can be realized in real meditation only. Mere reading and listening is of no use. All the material world has its own inherent consciousness. Material world existence is virtual existence, which is ever changing. Transient existence is consciousness, which is a virtual existence. Real self is the original ground of this virtual material existence as a four-layered consciousness. Real self cannot be realized without going beyond this material existence in real meditation. Actually, we are not fully aware of our own existence. What we know about our own existence are very superficial layers as waking and dream state, which is conscious and subconscious only. We are not aware of unconscious, universal conscious and the real self beyond that, which is eternity. We being caught in the duality as observer, observed. And as we do not know how to go beyond the duality of observer, observed, we are ever trapped in the cage of duality forever. And so, we are never aware of our non-dual state and eternity beyond that. This unknowingness of process of self-existence is called as ignorance. But when we come across a realized master like J. Krishnamurti who teaches us real meditation and tells us the fact in consciousness that observer is observed, the ignorant means not knowing the truth that consciousness is nothing but the observed phenomenon. In ignorance we think that in our consciousness, the observer is different from observed, which is duality. In waking state, if we can understand, and establish firmly in understanding the fact that consciousness phenomenon is observer observed phenomenon, then in that understanding, all the consciousness in conscious state as observed phenomenon gets dissolved. And one enters into subconscious with that understanding, and then being established in observer is observed understanding, subconscious also gets dissolved. And then one enters into unconscious with same understanding. And unconscious also gets dissolved. And one enters into the universal consciousness, which is the experience of space without center, as infinite space or infinite sky experience, you as self being one with the sky actually. Here one realizes one's universal nature as infinite sky. Then there is a confirmation that I am not an individuality, but I am an infinite sky-like universal infinite existence. When there is this direct experience of being a sky-like infinite existence, then in the understanding of observer is observed, there is dissolution of this sky-like beingness also. And in that dissolution of universal consciousness, the eternity which is beyond universal consciousness realizes itself. This realization of eternity by eternity is called a self-realization. This is the real meditation. One cannot understand this by merely reading or listening, but this is realized when you understand the fact that observer is observed, and in this understanding there is dissolution of all the four layers of consciousness. This is the complete eradication of observed phenomenon as consciousness. And in this complete dissolution of consciousness there is realization of eternity by eternity. This is self-realization, eternity being realized by eternity.